Okay, as we bring this this unit of the course to a close, what we're going to talk about is what your homework is and how to do your homework. And the homework is going to be focused on you now becoming aware of those moments when you're stressed, what's the trigger, and what you're thinking about when after that trigger happens. Because again, I just want to reiterate that there's what's happening in the world, and then there's our reaction to that. And we can't control what's happening, and to a certain extent, it's hard to control the physiological response to what's happening. But what we want to look at, where we can intervene, is where there's these thoughts that that kind of lock the physiological response in place and don't allow our bodies to relax. And so that's where this course is going to be focused. And so what we would like you to do now is to pick a time when you were particularly stressed. It may have been a time where you were in a fight with your significant other, or it may have been a time when you had a high stakes project due at work, or it may be a time when you were sitting at home in front of the computer trying to balance your budget, or it may have been a time when you didn't get something that you really wanted. And uh, for example, I really wanted to be a Navy pilot, and my eyes went bad, and that was a really stressful event for me. Or it may be a time when you did get something that you really wanted, and it created a lot of stress, that success. So just pick a time, and it doesn't matter what it is. It could be a big thing or a little thing. Pick a time when you're stressed. And now I'd like you to think about, where were you? What were you doing? What time of day was it? What day was it? Was it yesterday? Was it? And it's important to really get as specific as possible. So where were you? What time of day was it? Who was there? And what day was it? And what was the event? Think back. And it may be that it's a series of chronic events. It may be one acute event. It may be something that happens over and over again. So for me, if I were to pick something that's stressful in my life, I would say managing my finances. Right? QuickBooks is a pain in the neck for me, and so I would think, okay, where am I? I'm in my office. I'm sitting there. I've opened QuickBooks. I'm behind. I've got a bunch to enter, and I get this feeling like, gosh, I don't want to do this. This is going to be a pain in the neck. So there's my thoughts. This is going to be in the pain in the neck. So I'd like you to notice what the event is and then what the thoughts are. And that's really the first step in this process. What's happening and what are my thoughts about what's happening. And often it's really helpful to record your feelings. So how am I feeling about? I'm feeling frustrated, annoyed. There's some sort of not helplessness, but not despair, but something less than that when I'm sitting there trying to do it seems like a pain in the neck. And how do I feel when it seems like a pain in the neck? I guess it is frustrated and annoyed is how I feel. So that's what I'd like you to do, is to focus on the event and your reaction to that event. And that's going to be your homework. Okay? So go ahead and your homework is to pick 3 stressful situations and record your reaction to them. And we have a specific way that you can record them. You can record the thoughts, or what happened, the thoughts, and the feelings around how that happened. Okay? Great.